Hello, everyone. Welcome back to IELTS Talk, the podcast where we share the best tips to help you succeed in your IELTS exam. I'm Sophie, and I'm here with my co-host, Alex. How's it going, Alex?
Hey, Sophie. I'm doing great, and I'm really excited for today's topic because it's something that a lot of test takers struggle with: time management.
Absolutely. If you don't manage your time well, it doesn't matter how well you know the material, you could still end up missing out on key points. So, today, we're going to give you some practical tips on how to handle your time effectively during the IELTS exam. Ready to get started, Alex?
Totally. Let's kick things off with the reading section, which is often the trickiest when it comes to time management. What would you suggest as the first step to handling this section well, Sophie?
I'd say the key is to skim and scan. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to read every single word of the passage, and that just eats up a lot of time. Skimming allows you to get the main idea of the text, and scanning helps you find specific details when you need them.
That's a great point. And speaking of scanning, it's really important to look at the questions before you start reading the passage. That way, you know what information you're looking for, and you can focus on finding the answers quickly instead of getting lost in all the details.
Exactly. Another tip is to allocate time wisely. You have 60 minutes to answer 40 questions, so try to spend about 20 minutes on each passage. If a particular question is taking too long, just move on and come back to it later if you have time.
Right. Don't get stuck on one question. That brings us to the listening section. Since the recording only plays once, it's really easy to miss answers if you're not fully focused. What would you suggest, Sophie?
The key here is to read the questions ahead of time. You usually get a few seconds to look at the questions before the recording starts. Use that time to understand what you need to listen for. It helps you stay focused and ready.
Absolutely. And don't panic if you miss an answer. It happens to everyone. If you miss something, just let it go and focus on the next one. If you keep thinking about the answer you missed, you'll lose focus on the rest of the recording.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about the writing section. Time management here is crucial because you have two tasks to complete, Task 1 and Task 2. What's your advice, Alex?
Well, the first thing is to divide your time smartly. Spend about 20 minutes on Task 1 and 40 minutes on Task 2, since Task 2 carries more weight. Also, it's really important to plan your answer before you start writing. Take 3 to 5 minutes to outline your ideas, so you don't end up rambling and wasting time.
Yes, planning is key. It might seem like you're wasting time, but it actually helps you write faster because you know exactly what you want to say. And don't forget to leave a couple of minutes at the end to review your writing for any mistakes.
Great tip. Reviewing can make a huge difference. And finally, the speaking section. This one is less about managing time, but more about managing your responses. What do you think, Sophie?
I'd say try to keep your answers concise but complete. For part 1, give short but clear answers. For part 2, use the 1-minute preparation time wisely to organize your thoughts. And for part 3, don't rush. Take a moment to think before you start speaking.
Exactly. And if you get stuck, don't panic. Just take a breath and try to rephrase or expand on what you've already said. It's okay to pause for a second to gather your thoughts.
Right, it shows you being thoughtful with your answers. So, to sum up, skim and scan for reading, preview questions for listening, plan and divide your time wisely for writing, and stay calm and clear for speaking. And one more thing, practice under timed conditions as much as you can. It really helps you get used to the pressure.
Couldn't agree more, Sophie. The more you practice, the better you'll manage your time on the actual test day. We hope these tips will help you all feel more prepared and confident.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Remember, managing your time effectively can make all the difference in your score. So keep practicing and you'll nail it. Until next time, happy studying.
Bye for now, and good luck with your IELTS prep.